Okay, so sorry this video has to be in two. There was issues with my computer, so I couldn't get them to go together. But we're talking about r squared. Remember, r squared is the measures variance of one variable that is predicted by another. It's the percent of data that is closest to the least squares line. It is the overall measure of how successful that's super blurry, so I'm going to clear that up. Of how successful the regression is linearly. I didn't even write those words. How successful the regression is linearly relating X and Y. And then remember, we have that statement. X differences account for r squared percent of variation in Y. And whatever the X variable is, you actually spell it out here. It doesn't account for Y, it accounts for the percent of the variation of Y. And that's that statement we use. Good statement. Okay. There are three other definitions we're going to try and squeeze in over here. We have an extrapolation. And remember, an extrapolation is when it is unsafe to make predictions. Okay. This is when it's outside of given X range. So if my data covers 15 to 30, if I estimate anything or predict anything with X as a number smaller than 15 or greater than 30, then it's an extrapolation, because you don't know if that trend's going to continue. So you can't really make predictions on that. Okay, then remember, we had points that had leverage. And remember, leverage points are data points far from the mean. So points that are more extreme on the left or on the right have leverage. Now, sometimes leverage points are also influential. And remember, influential is if you remove the point, the model changes. Usually for influential, what you look for is you look for a change in the slope. If a slope goes from a positive to a negative or a negative to positive, then that tells you that that's influential. Okay, that's it for quantitative variables.